Hey, have you noticed the deafening silence from Biden and President-in-waiting Kamala Harris? Well, now, Democratic Senate Leader Chuck Schumer and New York Democratic Senator Kirsten Gillibrand have added their voices to the bipartisan chorus of critics demanding that Democratic Governor Andrew Cuomo step down. In this On Target viewpoint, we have a question for you. Considering the mounting condemnation of Cuomo, why are both the President and President-in-waiting Kamala Harris still remaining silent on calls for Governor Cuomo to step down amid the accumulating sexual harassment allegations? Well, considering how they both made the point, why the question is, considering how they both made a point repeatedly during their campaigns and since taking office to condemn unequal treatment of women and other victims of male transgressions. Although Biden and Harris might eventually be forced to speak up, they haven't yet as of this posting on Friday evening of March 12th. And the reason, I think, tells a lot about the hypocrisy of them both. Among the big reasons why they haven't spoken up is because both do not want to open up a can of worms that will eat away entirely their credibility when taking the side of women. You see, it opens up the subject of their hypocrisy about sexism, male dominance, toxic masculinity, bigotry, and all sorts of racism charges. If Kamala goes after Cuomo, it would just highlight the double standard that she and other Dems employ when condemning anyone other than Republicans. Now, it was perfectly all right for her to ream out Brett Kavanaugh during the Senate confirmation hearings for Supreme Court Justice. Remember how savage her attacks and those of other Dems were on Kavanaugh, accusing him of everything including being a serial rapist and sexual predator during his college days, and how those unproven charges should disqualify him for a spot on the Supreme Court. Charges which were brought forth by a number of women who Kamala said she believed and who should be believed. But when the shoe is on the other foot, when Democratic Governor Cuomo is being barraged by similar charges by 7 women and counting at this point, Kamala remains mum and recently walked away from reporters and out of the room entirely when asked for a comment on Cuomo. And Joe, too, has refused to comment. So back to the reason why. It is obvious, at least to me, that to condemn Cuomo, or even just to say that sure the women should be listened to, but the allegations should be thoroughly investigated, well, that would open the door to renewed questions about, guess who? Uncle Joe's record of creepy behavior around women and even around female children. The touching, the feeling, the kissing, the hugging, the hair sniffing, the roaming hands, all of which can be seen on video, or at least could be seen, before the media mob pushed those past incidents down the memory hole. Video which showed uncomfortable reactions from Joe's targets. Videos which show his victims being taken unawares and clearly uncomfortable with Uncle Joe's unsolicited attentions. In fact, not only are those videos no longer being seen, but there has been no mention of those past behaviors since early in Uncle Joe's presidential campaign, after he briefly explained away such behavior as being just part of the way he greets people and having been raised that way. Sounds very familiar, doesn't it, to the way Governor Cuomo has been explaining away his behaviors. So it comes down to this. What's good for the goose in this case is definitely not good for the gander, especially when those birds are of a different political party. Think about it. Well, that's it for now. Until next time, stay informed, stay curious, think for yourself, and please stay safe. See you later.